I'm friends with the monster that's under my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. You're trying to save me, stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy, crazy.
What's good? What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Aries, and I'm back. I decided to do a story time today. You already know me. You know me in here, me and with, I already know. The struggle get real, all that stuff all up in my face. I be feeling it. It's not fair. It's annoying my soul. But anyway, today my story time is on how I skipped school for the very first time. Now, me and my sister, which at the time, she was my best friend. I think by that point we knew we were sisters. We had just found out we were sisters. That's a whole nother story time. But long story short, she ended up being my sister. I ended up finding out she was actually my sister through my father. But this was my best friend. We hung together tough. And a lot of people, told me not to be her friend, not to hang out with her, because she was advanced. For our age group, she was very advanced. She had been having sex. She was having sex with older men. She was doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? She was very mature for our age. Now, mind you, we were in the 5th grade, so we weren't even in middle school yet. We was in the 5th grade, about the last year elementary, So she it was right before lunch, and she's like, you want to go and ditch our next class? And I'm like, how we gonna do that? I'm naive, I'm dumb, I don't know shit. I'm like, how we gonna do that? She like, girl, we just gonna go out the back door. I'm like, okay, me being me, I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds like a plan. Yeah. So we went ahead. Lunchtime rolls up. We tiptoe on out the back door. We make sure don't nobody see us. So, the first place we went was this ice cream place that they had by my school. And like I said, it was close to summer. It was almost the end of our little 5th grade elementary journey. So, I was like, cool, let's go. So we went to the ice cream place. We got us some ice cream. Then we went to the dog shelter. And we looked at the puppies because I wanted a puppy so bad. Not knowing, knowing good and damn well I ain't need no damn animal, but I wanted a puppy. So we went to the animal shelter, and we went to her house. Her mom was working. I knew I couldn't go to my house because my parents had been since retired. Even though my mom worked as a housekeeper, my dad was maid because she worked, in someone's home cleaning it. But whatever. My dad, he was always home. Pretty much, if he was not at church doing church functions, he was home. And because I was in school that day, of course he was home because he was the one that picked me up from school every day. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we go to her house. And we sitting there, we looking at TV, we eating, we laughing. I think this is my first drink I had ever got too. Her mom had some liquor, so we went ahead and took a little shot. We think we thinking we grown, we doing the damn thing. So we took a little shot. So I look at the clock. Now, mind you, we done took this shot, so it's kind of putting me on my on my tail. So I'm looking, and I'm like, oh damn, we gotta hurry up, we gotta get back to school. Well, luckily, she lived right around the corner from the school, so it wasn't like it was a far, distance. So we was back at the school literally 10 minutes, 5 maybe, So we're coming up the street, and my daddy had a very unique car. My daddy had a very unique car. Everybody knew my dad's car. Everybody knew that was him. He had a lime green Cadillac. And I mean with them old school joints, them lime, I mean the big roll body. And I mean, he was the only one around that had it. So everybody knew that was his car. So I promise you, we coming up the street, I see my daddy's car. Now, mind you, we still got probably a good 45 minutes before school was gonna let out. So I'm wondering why he up there so early. Never dawned on me, duh, you're not in class. You're not in the schoolhouse. They called your daddy. That never dawned on me. So I'm like, what the hell is he doing up there? So we ditch around the building so he doesn't see me. So we get to the school, mind you, all the kids are outside, all the teachers are outside, police at the school, sirens going. I'm like, what the hell happened? So we mix in the crowd. My teacher looks at me, she grabs me. And she's like, where have you been? And I was like, I was right here with everybody else. She was like, no, you weren't. No, you were not. I was like, well, yes, I was. She was like, no, you weren't. So they immediately grabbed me and my sister. They take us directly to the principal's office. My daddy is waiting. He's sitting there right nice, waiting on me. So they like all these police cars, ambulance, everything. And this was before Amber Alerts. This was before the Amber Alerts. And then my daddy knew people on the police force too. And like I said, my uncle was a cop. So they had the entire police force looking for us. They thought that somebody had kidnapped us out of the playground, off the playground. And or kidnapped us out of school and snatched us, and we only God knows where. So my daddy's pissed. I see his face. I know he's pissed. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be no good situation. I told you, I've only gotten, well, actually, I got 2 whippings by my father in my life, and that was actually one of them. That was one of them. So I'm like, okay. They like, do you know how serious this situation is? And you left school. And so that was my first time ever being kicked out of school. I was so hurt because I was a good girl. I was literally a good girl. Man, good girl went bad after that. Good girl went bad after that. But I was a good girl. I didn't get in trouble in school. I was honestly that kid that was very quiet. I didn't have a lot of friends. Like I said, I had a big family, so everybody knew my family, but I didn't mess with a lot of people. I messed with my family, and I barely wanted to mess with them sometimes. So it was not a pretty situation. My dad was pissed. He didn't say nothing. So we get in this car. He ain't said a word. He ain't say jack. I'm looking at him to see something in his face like, oh, what's about to happen? He ain't saying nothing. She like blowing it off like, yeah, they gonna call my mama. Like she had done this type of shit before. Like my sister was like a rebel from way back when. She had been doing shit like this. I was, like I said, the good little girl. I didn't do nothing. I got good grades. I never made no trouble for my parents. You know, I was just a good girl. I was scared to do anything, honestly. My daddy was a preacher. Then he was just this man that always looked mean. And I was just like, I had seen him with my brothers and sisters. I was like, I'm not finna get what they get. Like, I'm gonna be good because I ain't like nobody whooping on me. So, man, she like, oh, I'm cool. You know, my mama gonna trip, but she'll be all right. As a matter of fact, I think my sister ran away from home that night and ran over her boyfriend's house that night because she didn't want to hear her mama mouth. Because her mama laid into her and I guess was going to call herself whooping her. And my sister at the time, mind you, fucking 5th grade. We're like 10, 11 years old. My sister was dating like a 16, 17-year-old then. So she ran away to his house. That's a whole nother story too. But needless to say, I got my behind whooped. I did. And I couldn't even be hurt. I couldn't even be mad about it. Because we literally had the entire, when I say they damn near had SWAT at my school. Like, it was police cars everywhere. Like, they had people come out of their homes that lived in the vicinity of the school looking for us. I couldn't even get mad. I couldn't even be like, you whooped me. I deserved that whooping. I did. And that was probably my beginning path to being a rebel without a cause. That was probably my beginning stages of being the person I ended up being now. No, I'm so much better now, but I wasn't no bad kid, but when I got in trouble, I made sure it counted. It counted. It was gonna count. If I was gonna get in trouble, it was gonna be for something for real. I wasn't gonna get in trouble for no little BS. I was gonna get in trouble for some real stuff. Like, I was gonna make it worth my while, basically. So, yeah. But that was the start of my little delinquency. My juvenile delinquency. From that point, me and my sister, we hung tough. We ended up, we knew we were sisters by that point. And we hung tough. We had adventures together that no one will ever have in their life. And to this day, I hate that we're not close like we used to be. But of course, you grow up and you grow apart and you become two totally different people. Whereas my sister is the good girl now, I'm considered the rebel. I'm considered the rebel without the cause now, because my sister slowed down. She got a steady job and she got married and all of this. And me, which my sister still, does her dirt, but she's very low key with her dirt. I don't really give a fuck what you talking about with mine. Like, what? And you ain't gonna do nothing to me. And if it does happen, and like, so yeah. So we kind of switched roles as we got older. And unfortunately, we're not as close. And that's pretty much probably on me, because she's tried so hard to reach out to me. And I'm just very closed off into myself now for just different reasons in life. And I don't connect with people like I used to. I don't trust people like I used to. And it would take a lot for us to get to know each other again, and for us to accept. She has to accept who I am now. I think when you haven't seen people in a long time, they remember who you used to be instead of accepting you for who you are now. And I think she's still caught up in the little sister, which technically I'm the big sister, but she was really like my big sister, because I was so naive to stuff and she was so hip to stuff. She got me on my first public transportation ride. Like, yeah, she done showed me some things, you know what I'm saying? She introduced me to the hood, and that was just, whew, Lord, the hood. Ooh, she introduced me to the hood, and it was a wrap. But yeah, that was the story time. So I got my behind beat. She ran away from home that night, went to her boyfriend's house. I can't really remember like when she came. She did eventually come back, but I don't really remember what happened with that. But I know I got my behind beat because I was upset. I got kicked out of school, I think, for 3 days. Oh my God, when I got back to school, I was so embarrassed because everybody was just looking at us like, them the bad ones. They skipped school. My teachers were so hurt because like I said, I was the good kid. They were so hurt. Like, why? What happened? Why would you do that? They were like, you gotta stop hanging around her. And by that point, I'm like, this is my sister. This is family. I'm gonna be with her until the end. I don't care what nobody say. And like I said, it was something new for me because she introduced me to a lot of things I had never seen before. I had gone through certain things in my life by that point, but I had never seen like the hood. I was a very closed off child, But I just happened to have went through some things by that point. But I was very closed off child. But yeah, so I hope one day she gets to see this video and know that I love her, and that I hope one day we reconnect and you get to know the woman I am now. And it's very funny that we have switched roles, but it is what it is. You taught me well, though. You taught me well. So next time, I love you guys. I'm in it for real, and I will holler at you later.